Before this starts, I would like to mention that this is part of the Eastern Shore Baseball Museum documentary teaser. If you have not watched that already, it is up on my channel right now.
Can you introduce yourself?
Well, I'm Charlie Silcott, and I'm the museum curator here at Arthur W. Purdue Stadium.
Kind of tell us a little bit more about where we are.
We're actually located in Purdue Stadium. Like I said, when you come in the main entrance, we're to the right, and we've been here since '97. I know the stadium opened in '96, but we opened the year after. This is basically about baseball here on the Eastern Shore. And what do we consider the Eastern Shore? That's the Bay Bridge to the ocean, and from the bridge tunnel to the canal up at Bear, Delaware. So a lot of people say, why did you pick that area? Well, it's what we consider the Eastern Shore, or Delmarva. Got parts of Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia. And there was actually two big leagues here. When I say big, one was a minor league, professional minor league. That was the Eastern Shore League. And then we had the Central Shore League. That's where the town teams played. And it seems like every team belonged to one of the local towns, whether it be Cambridge, Salisbury, Easton, Seaford, it didn't matter. They all had a team, and they had their own league. And they played just like we do today. I mean, they had a league and a championship. And that's what the museum actually is part of. There's a couple of highlights, like the 1937 Salisbury Indians. They won the pennant. And the man that won the pennant championship game, he actually pitched a no-hitter. We have Parksley Spuds. That's one of the smallest towns to ever have a professional baseball team. And they're all represented right here, as are any of the players that were born here on the Eastern Shore and played in the major league.
Kind of back to you is, how long have you been here working and volunteering your time for this museum?
I guess I was a member originally in around 2005 as a member. I wasn't the curator. I've been the curator actually twice. I was a curator for about 4 years. I left for 2, and I've been back for about 6 years now. I enjoy it. It's my hobby.
It's your hobby. We talked about how, there's a bunch of stories of the Eastern Shore around Maryland, Delaware, Virginia, all along the kind of coastal area. How much baseball history do you really think is in just this small area?
Oh, it's unbelievable how much. What is really hard to believe is how much we've been able to collect and accumulate for the museum. Because most of this stuff gets thrown out over the years. Matter of fact, that Parksley Spud uniform there was actually pulled out of a dumpster. The uniform in the back, we went all the way to Florida to get that. So it's a big place, big area. Most all the towns of any size, and even the small towns, had a team. Whether it be in Virginia, like Parksley, or Seaford, Delaware, or Salisbury, Maryland, they all had a team. And then in the Eastern Shore League, which was a D League, which is equivalent to what the Shorebirds are today, an A League, people came. Matter of fact, the stadium in Salisbury was located where the Civic Center is now. And that's where it originally was. Which a lot of people don't know these little things. In some of the small towns, the stadiums are gone. There's very few of them left.
With this kind of fleeting history that if you go to Spudsville, you aren't going to see a stadium anymore.
No.
How important is it to kind of show a little light on the past to the future generations?
Well, I think it's happening now. There's different places that have worked and have these historical signs now. The stadium stood here and something about it. So, I mean, it's coming back. But it's really slow to come back, I think.
Always been the baseball history just here kind of amazes my mind. Like first time stepping in here, I was like, I just took an hour walk around here, completely forgot about this baseball game going on, just looking all around, and I was just kind of amazed by everything that's here.
And it's surprising, the people that played years ago. People like Scorchy Talls that used to be on Channel 16 all the time. Johnny Janosic that has the furniture store in Laurel. He played. I mean, everybody, it seemed like, had a connection to baseball years ago because there was no TV.
Everyone's got a connection to baseball. It just kind of runs through our blood.
That's it. It's American sport.
It's American sport.
That's right.
So, you kind of talked a little bit about a couple of the stories that you've seen. What is one of your all-time favorite stories that is here at the museum?
Oh, the 37 Indians has got to be it. I mean, they forfeited the first 22 games because they had an ineligible player on their team. But they still came back and not only won the division, they won the pennant. I mean, if you go to Cooperstown and look up minor league baseball, that's the number 8 team of all time.
The 8th greatest team of all time.
Of all time. Minor league team.
And you had to go all the way down to Florida just to find the jersey.
Well, actually, that jersey is from Cambridge.
Okay, that one's okay.
But even these, there's the newspaper, front page of the newspaper, it says Indians take pennant. Next to it is all the stats for the league. And that actually came out of Frank Perdue's office.
Really?
Yeah, he was a really big backer of the museum and the stadium.
Yeah, I've heard stories about that, how he kind of wanted that, was the original one to say, hey, we should do this.
Yeah, he give the land, he give a big chunk of money to have the stadium built and put here. It wouldn't have been here without Frank Perdue, that's for sure.
And just kind of talking about that is, with Frank Perdue's giving of the land, the stadium, the museum, have you ever even thought with your board if you would be able to ever expand this area?
It would be hard for us to expand because we're built into an area of the stadium.
Yes.
The only way we could was if we were to happen to be able to move somewhere else. And we don't want that. We're part of the stadium, we're part of baseball here. Just like Frank Perdue in Perdue Farms, they just put a new scoreboard up a couple of years ago. Beautiful scoreboard.
That was my first year working here. I saw that scoreboard. I was like, oh, we're going to finally be able to really have some good graphics on there. It's going to look good.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, without their backing and 7-inning stretch that runs it, I don't know what they would do. It's great to have the backing that we have here.
It's great to have the backing, and it's this connection between the Shorebirds and the museum is so strong to this point.
It is. Without Chris's help, the general manager of the Shorebirds, we would have an awful hard time running this by ourselves. He's been a big help to us over the years.
Earlier I asked, what was your favorite exhibit? Which you said the Indians. What is an exhibit that you always want to, but just because of the kind of size limitations of this area, I know there's a lot of things in that storage room right back there. There's a lot of things that you wish you could exhibit.
Definitely. And well, we keep changing the cases too. If we don't, people stop coming in. So we try to change them up and put new stuff in every year. About 3 years ago, we put our first Negro League case in. So that was something altogether new. So not years ago, you had not only the Eastern Shore League and the Central Shore League, the Negro League was on the Eastern Shore also, just like all over the country.
And the main highlight of that section over there is a great player by the name of Judy Johnson.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yes. he went down as an all-time great, and
Well, he's in Cooperstown.
he's in Cooperstown. That's how much of a great he was.
Yeah, you can't get much better than that.
It's just fascinating that so many people come from this area. It truly is like.
Well, look at today's players. I mean, you had Harold Baines, Delano DeShields, Chris Short. How about the Troy Brohall from Salisbury University? A lot of big league players came from here.
Yeah. The tie between you and kind of helping rotate these exhibits, it's always keeping something fresh, but always kind of looking back into the past, seeing what special things are really here in the area. How much have you kind of had your hand?
Well, the whole board, we've got a board of
Yes.
about 14 people right now. And everybody pitches in and they do their part. Every game, we've got somebody here to show people around and tour the museum. So it's not a one-person show, it's a group of people.
And it's been the same board for a couple of years now, kind of helping the gears really turn.
It turns over. We get new members. We just got one this year. I mean, so as people like me get older, we can't do as much, so we got to have the younger people come in and help.
So, final question for you, just as a good send-off, is what is one thing you would say to any type of person really looking into joining the board, or kind of what kind of selling points are you trying to make to kind of entice people to both visit the museum but also help kind of build it?
Yeah, I think the big thing today is we got to get people that want to work. We get a lot of people come in here and they see what they enjoy baseball. But when the game starts, they want to be out there watching the game. But we need them in here at the same time. Because we have people throughout the game in here.
Yes.
So we can't go out there and watch it.
Kind of the sad truths of the
It is. We love the game, but we got to be in here.
I was thinking, after the last couple of conversations I've had with some of the board members, I would want to wonder if I could actually come and work for the board, but
Certainly. We're looking for people right now. Like I say, we just had someone come on in the last 2 months. We need help. We can't do it all by ourselves. And it's gotten so big, we almost need 2 people here a night, not one like we used to.
yeah,
It almost has to be 2.
so much history. Like, it's like 2 summer tours got to keep going around.
Yeah.
Because it's, I mean,
Well, this past Monday, I just met a man and his family from Kansas City. They contacted us, asked us if we could open a museum for them. They knew it was the off season, but they were only going to be in town for Thanksgiving. Could we open the museum? And we did. Whenever we can, we open it for people. It's not always possible because, like I say, there's only a few of us, and a lot of them still work. It makes it hard to open it as much as we really like to. That's why we need more people on the board.
how did that, like, that little tour, the opening go? Like, just for them.
Oh,
How did it go?
they enjoyed it. And not only did I show them throughout the museum and give them a person, I give them a walk around the stadium. This is one of the stadiums that you can actually walk all the way around the stadium, all the way around the outfield, down the sidelines, and back to home plate. And they couldn't believe we were able to do that, especially in off season. But Chris Bitter said, yeah, he didn't mind. Go ahead and do it. So we did.
All right, well, thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Glad to have you.